Hey folks, welcome to Top 3 in Cybersecurity, a bite-sized view of 3 of the most important news stories in cybersecurity this week. Now let's jump in. Coming in at number 1 this week is another story with large implications for IT services globally. This week's certificate provider Digicert is reporting that due to a glitch in their issuing process, they'll be revoking 83,000 TLS certificates across their customer base in the next 24 hours. Crazy short time period. And these TLS certificates, they provide a critical capability for all digital services, allowing them to securely prove to web browsers and other endpoints that they are who they say they are. And without this, we lose the entire security chain of these conversations, and they're not able to connect properly. In fact, web browsers will flat out refuse to load a website if it does not have a properly configured TLS certificate. So we're going to have potential implications across e-commerce, financial services, healthcare, all sorts of different fallout coming out of this revocation, unfortunately. And with such a short time period to replace these certificates, organizations are taking to the courts, in fact, to block the revocation from happening and trying to give them more time to thoughtfully plan this out. Now, regardless, Digicert seems determined to move forward with setting a final deadline of all revocations on August 3rd. So we're less than 24 hours out from that, and guess we'll see how the internet holds up tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right, now coming in number 2 this week is a report of a record-breaking ransomware payment. A report this week has uncovered that a Fortune 50 company paid $75 million in ransomware to the gang Dark Angels earlier this year. Now, this surpasses the previous largest ransomware payment back in 2022 when insurance giant CNA paid $50 million. The company behind this payment has not yet been identified, but third-party analysis from blockchain intelligence firm Chainalysis confirms the payment to a wallet of the Dark Angels. Now, the community is speculating that the victim of this ransomware may be pharmaceutical company Cencora, who earlier this week revealed more details about their ransomware attack earlier in February, identifying that the data leaked was not only personally identifiable information, name, address, social security number, but also included medical diagnosis data as well. So quite a bit of patient data in this breach. So it could justify that large of a payment. Unfortunately, this is a disturbing trend for ransomware and will only fuel the fire for threat actors to further double down on finding their way into these corporate networks and taking hostage with ransomware. So we'll see how this continues to play out, unfortunately. Now, coming in at number 3 this week is more fallout from the Crowdstrike update failure. This week, a class action lawsuit was filed in federal courts by Crowdstrike investors. In Matt Levine style, everything is security fraud. Investors allege that the lack of canary testing and rolling deployments created substantial undisclosed risks for the organization and directly impacted shareholder value. Delta also seems to be getting on this bandwagon this week, retaining outside counsel to prepare for a potential suit after disclosing the impact to their business of canceling 75,000 flights was over $500 million. So I expect to see this just be the start of legal battles ahead for Crowdstrike, and is going to take more than those $10 Uber gift cards to solve some of these problems. Okay, that's it this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed this bite-sized view of cybersecurity news, and I'll catch everyone next week.